Includes Jonah Monheim, redshirt sophomore right tackle for USC, joins us now. A little Trojans live debut for Jonah, Jordan Moore, Sean Cody with you, Jonah. And, you drew the short straw. You got to talk about the first loss of the season. But how are you guys processing it? It was emotional game, emotional team after the game. How do you feel like you guys are handling it in the locker room?
Yeah, I mean, obviously a tough loss. Props to Utah for getting it done. Unfortunate that we couldn't get the win, but just – we got to come back. We got to attack each day. Got to learn from it. Got to use it as fuel each day to, get better, learn from it, prepare harder, practice harder, things like that.
How about that environment, bud? That was a pretty wild place, man. And you guys really, I thought, for the most part, did a great job with your composure, with the counts, not false starts and stuff. How was the prep for that? I was trying to get coach to say something, but how was the prep for that game? You guys were locked in right from the start. Looked like you were ready to go.
Yeah, just from a communication standpoint, Caleb did a great job. Brett did a great job at center. All week, we're practicing with crowd noise, things like that. Coach Riley and Coach Henson emphasizing communication and things like that. But like you said, it was a good environment for them. Definitely really loud, especially there towards the end. It was tough to hear and things like that. But yeah, just leaning on Brett as the head of the line for communication.
So it goes Brett to Justin to you. I mean, is that what's the chain of communication there?
Yeah, I mean, Brett's got to make the call, and whatever he says, we'll ride with. And there's times I can't really hear Brett, so I got to look at Justin.
Yeah, I guess that's my question. Like, could you even hear Brett one man over?
There's times where you can't. Early in the game you usually can, but towards the second half, especially in the fourth quarter, I can't always hear Brett, can't always hear Caleb. So yeah, Justin gets it from Brett, and Justin yells it to me.
Is it helpful then? You're playing next to Justin, who loves to talk.
Yes.
I imagine that this is a great opportunity for Justin. You seem like a quiet guy. We've gotten to know Justin, not a quiet guy.
Yeah, no, Justin's big personality, great communicator. I love playing next to him, so that helps.
Yeah, I mean, you two working together is what it comes down to. It's you guys are on an island out there against maybe 2-3 guys sometimes. What's it like working with Justin? A guy you can trust, a team captain, someone who's mentored probably yourself. Like, what's it like? What's that relationship like?
It's great. And I mean, just playing next to him since spring, obviously working out with him for 3 years now, just always being around him, things like that. Great friends on and off the field. I love playing next to him. And like you said, he's a team captain. He's a team leader. He does everything the right way. So I love playing next to him on Saturdays.
You're listening to Jonah Monheim, a USC right tackle. And, I always walk by, back and forth behind the bench. And, offensive line is just so different than the rest of the team. You all sit in formation in the exact same group. I can't even tell if you guys are watching the game. You're just sort of looking up on the video board a little bit. I mean, your back's to the action half the time. You're very zen. Like, what's going on the bench? You seem very calm.
They're tired, Jordan. They're big, giant men, and they're tired.
Yeah. You're not wrong there. Sometimes we got to catch our breaths. But, right when we come off the field, it's all about adjustments. Talking with Coach Henson about what happened out there. Just talking through the plays, seeing what went right, what went wrong, what we got to fix, if anything, things like that. And then, as he's talking to us, he always emphasizes, be focused on what we're talking about, what we're doing. Because, you can peek at the board here and there and see what the defense is going on. But, if our emotions are going real high, it doesn't always help us as we're trying to focus on the adjustments and what we need to do on the field. But, yeah, no doubt, once those things are taken care of, we got to go support the defense.
What's Coach Henson telling you guys, coaching you guys up? You got Caleb Williams sitting back there. He's patting the ball. You guys protected, I thought, maybe one of your best games of protecting Caleb. Other than that one series, it looked like the whole game he had all day to throw. But you don't know when that ball's out. Caleb, he'll extend the play forever, and then finally people will get to him. But what's the coaching point from Coach Henson? It's like, hey, you just block forever, or what do you guys have to do there?
Yeah, certainly. I mean, you gotta block as long as you can, as hard as you can. And like you said, you don't always know where Caleb's at or what he's doing. If you see him leave the pocket on your side or something, try and let your hands go, try not to get that holding or things like that. But, yeah, you got to strain through the whistle. He gets out of that pocket, the play's certainly not over. Yeah. Follow the ball, follow him, try and catch a block downfield, just stay on your guy as long as you can and pass pro, things like that.
What's Coach Henson like as you've gotten to know him?
Yeah, can't say enough good things about Coach Henson. Super appreciative of him. 10 months in from him getting here in the winter, really appreciative of him and how he's installed this offense with us and his fundamentals, his teaching. The coach that he's been to us on and off the field. I know that we love playing for him as a unit, and I think he did great job with us fundamental-wise and just really learning the position, at a greater level in depth, things like that. Not only who are you blocking and things like that, but how and why are you doing these things with your steps and your hands and things like that to just be the best player that each of us can be and, be the best unit that we can be. And, it's a constant battle, and he's always emphasizing that, you got to keep building on these things, O-line's position of habits, and, you got to make those habits better every day.
A lot of pulling for you this year. How's that for you? Now, you don't see that. I mean, obviously you've seen more guard tackle pulls this year and throughout football, but you haven't been used to pulling a lot. What's that? Getting out there and trying to get hands on somebody. How fun is that?
Yeah, it's been fun. Whether it's pulling, whether it's the screen game. Being in space is fun.
Well, you know what play I loved in the game when you got for the Michael Jackson touchdown and all 5 of you guys just cut and sink. I mean, I used to hate the cut when I was a defensive lineman, but all you guys just kind of step back and cut and sink, drop the hands and touchdown. That must have been a cool play for you guys.
That was a cool play. We've been repping that, for that kind of blitz look. And obviously you can't always cut in practice. You don't want to cut your own guys. So, that was kind of cool to let it fly.
We got 7 guys blitzing. We got to take out 3 by jumping sideways and cutting everybody out.
Yeah, it was cool to cut in the game.
Jonah, you were a Pac-12 academic honor roll guy last year. What are you studying here at USC?
Business at Marshall.
What do you want to do after football?
Some business.
Don't really know yet. Still
business.
You want to do some business, I think.
Still trying to figure that out.
It doesn't necessarily mean anything to me. Is it true that offensive linemen are smarter than defensive linemen?
I'd say for sure.
Yeah, I would agree with that. You would agree with that?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I have to think about it with all the teammates I had. Yeah, probably.
Nick Figueroa, puts up a challenge.
Yeah,
I'd say overall we definitely take that.
Yeah, we see ball, hit ball most of the time. These guys have to count people and stuff. A much different position. Yes.
Sean, how do you weigh Jonah's? Feel like the perfect offensive line look, the facial hair, the long hair. I mean, it's like central casting for offensive line.
Yeah, if you could draw up a lineman what he should look like, it's the hair coming out the back. He's got the long arms too, man. He looks fantastic out there.
How long you been growing it for?
2-3 years, ever since COVID. I used to have short hair, just like you short hair, little thing on the top. But
this is much more intimidating. If I would line up against him, I was like, this guy's gonna block me all day with that hair.
Yeah, but ever since COVID, just kind of let it grow, and then kind of kept letting it grow, and here we are.
Any product tips? Are you a conditioner guy or are you no conditioner?
Yeah, I mean just basic shampoo and conditioner. I don't use anything crazy or style it daily with products or anything.
Oh, I got some tips for you if you like them. I used to have some long hair.
Let's do it.
All right. Well, you got a bye week, and then we go the rest of the way. I feel like Coach really has tried to impress upon you guys that everything's still out there for you. You feel that too as a player on this team. That while certainly this was a setback to some degree, certainly not a crippling one.
No doubt, and that just comes back to believing and trusting, and each of my teammates and my coaches and things like that, and just as a team, like you said, things are still out there for us. We just got to learn from this game and take it one day at a time and get better. As an individual and as our units and as a team.
Offensive line will lead the way, no doubt. Jonah Monheim, a part of that great 5 that is blocking for that electric offense we saw on Saturday night. Thank you, Jonah. Appreciate you joining us.